Hi, we are from Group 9 and today we are going to present about Orange Data Mining Tool. So Orange is a free GUI-based tool that provides advanced visualization features and a flexible domain for professionals in programming, analysis, and data mining. In Orange, the quick development of existing algorithms and testing concepts are scriptable settings where the central library consists of a series of Python-based modules that could easily perform various functions via a component-based approach. Moving on, Orange is a collection of visual and user-friendly interfaces that comprises numerous jobs such as decision tree, pretty printing, and attribute subsets. This widget is recommended for those who need to develop and validate their own algorithms while retaining the code at most, as well as those who are new to the topic and can understand brief Python language for data analysis. Furthermore, any type of data can be loaded in Orange and test data sets are available in it. Thus, we will use the iris dataset in Orange for the explanation on data mining tasks.
Hi, my name is Natasha, and I'm going to present how to install the Orange application. So first, we need to visit the Orange data mining website. So it will provide this download the latest version for Windows. So we need to click download Orange 3.32.0. Then after you download it, you need to open it in your file and double click it. It will show a window, and then we need to click next, and we choose I agree and install. Select whether you want to install for yourself or all the users. So we choose install for anyone using this computer and next. And this one we just leave it as like this and click next. And this is the destination folder, so you can whether choose another folder for this destination folder or you just make it as default. And then we click next and we click install, and after we click install, the Orange application will be installed and the application is ready to be used.
So hi, I'm Singtai Srisoy. So I'm going to demonstrate how to import the data source to Orange. First, you have to start the Orange. I suggest you to run it with administrator. But you can also start it like normally. It won't affect the okay. When you start Orange, it will go to this page. It will show up like this. So you can click new to open a new project. So to import the data first, you can click on the data. You can see in the left menu bar here. Here is the data. So here is all the things you can do with the data. So if you want to import your data here, you can click on File. So it will appear here as a data file, or you can drag this to this canvas. So you can. So the third method is right click and then click on File, and then it will appear. So to manage your data file, you can double click on this icon and then you can choose it from its default database, or you can customize and choose your own data from your file. In this case, I will just use its default database, and then you can also use a URL, for example, like Google Sheet, Google Excel form. You can import in here, and then you can select your file type. Okay. After I've choose something, you can click After you choose something, then you automatically import the data. So to import multiple data, so you just have to, like this case, and you have multiple data here. So you can choose different data for different widgets here. Yeah, so this tree has 3 different data. Okay, lastly, to connect to the server, you can add this SQL table and double click on it, and then you should be able to control your and enter your server detail here. So there's all for import data to Orange.
So for now, I will demo the data preprocessing for the test mining. So first step, you need to go to the option and go to add-ons, and then you need to install the test for the Orange. So I have already installed it. So next, you need to go to the test mining section and choose the corpus, and then in here you double click it and you can choose the uh, source file you want to filter to do the test mining, or you browse to the computer and then choose the test file you want. So next, I will drag the corpus viewer to see the output for the corpus. So I connect it with the corpus and then double click it. So in here, for example, we need to filter some words, so I will click this, and then from here you can see he already highlight the words for us. Yeah, and in here there are 57 out of 140 machine document that are contain girls. So there's another way to view the corpus, which is word cloud. So I connect it with the corpus, and, okay, and then double click it to open it, and it will become like this. So from here, is the bigger size as its frequency is the highest. So the bigger size of the word means that the frequency of the word is higher. So let's make it smaller. Okay. So basically, this is there are the words that are higher frequency, and then so we need to do the test processing, which is process test, and then we need to add it between the corpus and the word cloud. So we connect it, and then we double click it. So just to view the properties, and then we connect it with the word cloud, and then we double click it. So in here we can see it already filters some of the words that are useless, or there are some of the meaningless words. So this is the pre-processed data for the test mining. That's all. So now I'm going to do the data prediction for the data pre-processing. So first we need to set up the something like this is a classification. So you need to connect the data. So this is a data set which is I get from this one, Google, and then you need to connect it to the tree, and then to make it for the classification result. So basically this is the result for the classification, and then for our case we need to now predict whether the plant is a fruit or a vegetable. So if we need to predict the dataset, we need to use another dataset which is testing, which I get from Google, and then we need to import the URL, and then we need to connect it to the prediction first. we connect it to the prediction first, and we can see this one. If we want to see the result of the prediction, we need to connect the tree to the prediction, and we can see all of the tree result is true. So this is our prediction that all of the tree is true. And then we can use another option, which is logistic regression, to see the prediction. First we need to connect it and then connect it to the prediction, and then now we'll see the prediction again. So it's kind not similar with the tree result. So the classification predicted all of the tree is the fruit, and then while the logistic regression predicted uh, 2 fruit and 1 vegetable. So I think that's all for me. Thank you. Hello everyone. My name is Eddie. So now I'm gonna to demo the classification process by using the Orange software. So firstly, we need to drag the file from here to the worksheet section, and then we double click the file, and from here we can click the dataset we want. And if you want to browse your dataset, you can click this one and then choose your favorite dataset. So for now, I will use the Irish dataset, and the rest remain the same. And then after that, we need one data table. So connect it with the file, and then double click it. We can see the input data of the Irish dataset. So there are 4 features from the Irish dataset. There are set power length, set power width, better length, or better width. And then we can visualize the data if you want, like this one, and then we proceed. So next we will select the column and then connect it with the file again. So there are the 4 features, and we can choose to ignore this section is choose to ignore. So later the pattern will not visualize if you move it into this one section. So for now I will remain all the same, and then after that we need one tree model, and then connect it with the select columns, and then finally we need a tree viewer to see the output for the classification, and then connect it with the tree, and then now so this basically is the output for the classification process of the from the Irish dataset. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Now I'm going to present how to do data clustering in this Orange application. So first we need to choose file from here, and it will appear a file icon here, and we double click it. So here we can choose any data set that we want to connect, or we can browse any folder that you want. So I'm going to choose iris.tab. So then we need to choose one of the numeric select one, and then we click apply. After that, we need to drag a line from the file icon, and we choose select column. A select column icon will appear here, and we double click it. So here is all the features in the dataset. So we can drag the features from this box to this box, and this box is ignore. So any feature here will not be shown in the data table. So we want all the features, so we need to make sure all the features is in this box. Okay. After that, we drag another line from select column icon. Then we select data table, and it will appear a data table icon. So we double click it. Then we can see all the data. We can see a data table here, and with all the variables and features that we have in the data set. Okay. After that, we drag another line from data table icon and choose distancing. So this is the setting to choose the distance between rows or columns. So we have to choose rows, and there are different distance metric we can choose, like Euclidean, cosine, Spearman, So we're gonna choose a Euclidean. So you can choose any distance metric that is suitable for your methods. After choosing this setting, we need to draw another line from distancing and choose hierarchical clustering. And then we double click it. Then it will appear the result of hierarchical clustering. So here for linkage, you can choose different type of linkages such as single, average, weighted, complete, and what. So you can choose the suitable linkage for your clustering. And the annotation here, you can choose to see different type of result for different type of features such as sample width. So here the dataset will change according to the features that you selected. Okay, you can choose different feature. So that's all for data clustering in Orange. Thank you.
So now I'm going to share how to do. So now I'm going to share how to do association rule in Orange. First, you have to install the add-ons for Orange, add-on for association rule in Orange. So you go to Option, Add-on, and then you have to select the Orange and then click OK. It will install itself. So after install, you have to restart your Orange, and then it should be appear here, associate. So first we have to restart from zero. We have to choose a data file here first. So I choose heart disease, and then you can look at the associate widgets. So the first one is the frequent items. The second one is association rule. So we will look at the frequent item first. So we connect the file with the frequent items. So it should be detected here. So you can see here the fast blood sugar more than 150 equals to 0 with a support of 85%. So we can control the minimal support here, and then we can also control the maximum number of items set here. So for example, I reduce the support, minimal support. So it shows up all the things here. Then we can also filter the item set by setting the minimum item and maximum item amount. So this is for the frequent item set. The next one is for the association rule, which is our main focus here today. So we connect the file to the association rule widget, and then we double click it. And then we click Find Rules. So it should appear here, all the data that suit this setting. So the first one is the minimum support, which is 2%. And then the second one is the minimum confidence level, which is 95%. And then the next one is the maximum rules. So you can control all these. And then you also can control for the antecedent and the consequent. So in the table, we can see the support value, confidence level value, and then this one is coverage, strength, lift, and leverage. So that's all for the association rule. So thank you.
To execute a regression task, first select the dataset from the file widget and change the role for the variables. For example, you want to test the influence of these three variables on the sample length, then we need to change the role of it into target, and the rest maintain as feature. If there is any variable that is not needed, you can select the skip option. After that, you can view the dataset by using the data table. And here are all the value of all variables. Next, under the model, click on the linear regression widget and connect it with the data table. And inside the linear regression widget, there are 4 regularization. And for this first no regularization refers to simple or multiple linear regression. Then you can view the intercept and coefficient values by connecting this linear regression widget to a new data table. And here are the coefficient value for the intercept and the other variables. To view the R-square value or evaluate the performance, we select this test and score widget, and from the data table and linear regression widget, we connect 2 lines to this test and score widget. Then you can view the predicted value by connecting this test and score widget to another data table. And this column of the sample length shows the actual value, while this column of the linear regression shows the predicted value. And that is all for the regression task.
Okay. To visualize the data, so Orange support many ways to visualize data. So first one, we can import our file first, choose your database, dataset, and then we can go to visualize in the left menu bar. Then you can see many type of visualizer. For example, like this scatter plot, line plot, or Venn diagram, or something like that. So how to use it? You can strictly drag this here, and then connect the file to the scatter plot, and boom. So all the things is here. Now, Orange also support many things like, for example, like you want to have further control to this. For example, like you want to have further control to this, can add a data table, and then we connect to here. And then on the data table, we can select, for example, like from here to here. And then now the scatter plot, we only show the thing we select in here. So that's all for the visualize part. So thank you.
There are a few advantages of this Orange data mining tool. So firstly, it is a free open source software where anyone is freely licensed to use. Next, it is well known for its continuous development on the software, where anyone is allowed to create modifications for the mutual benefits of the platform and user. Other than that, the visual programming is also one of the advantages of Orange. Thanks to its user interface, user can focus on data analysis instead on laborious coding. Next is the data visualization that is interactive by setting color palettes and assigning colors to each different values. Lastly, Orange provides additional functionalities for specialized research, such as bioinformatics or text mining. And here are the examples of add-on widgets available in Orange, which are these unsupervised and bioinformatics.
So there are some disadvantages of Orange. First, the open source software might not stick around, and if you want to do troubleshooting, the troubleshooting must be done manually, and to do advanced analysis is sometimes difficult to do it in Orange application, and the support isn't always reliable. And the last disadvantage is that security always becomes a major issue. So this is all the disadvantages of Orange.
So as a conclusion from Group 7, we think that Orange is a very helpful tool for data visualization and analyzing big data. We explore a lot from the Google and also the YouTube as it's our first time using this software. and it's quite friendly as it provides a lot of widget that is easy to use, and it's open source software that allows trying different algorithms and also support the visual programming tools for data mining. And moreover, the widget feature is really straightforward and help a lot for our project, and this simplifies the data mining process even for people that are afraid of coding. That's all from our presentation. Thank you.